Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another episode of Checkers the Khajiit Goes to the Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr, and we are back in Elsweyr. We have left Anvil. I will turn it over now to Checkers the Khajiit. Okay, so we supposed to gain access to Sanctuary of Dark Brotherhood, but you know, Dark Brotherhood is very understanding about previous commitments, so came back to Elsweyr. We go now to meet this person we have been told about, this Abnur Tharn. See what he wants from this one. Using also now some of our newfound Blade of Woe abilities, perhaps when necessary. So we go to this river hole with our Sencharat. Oh, look, backpack. What is here? Corundum. Okay, red flowers, so many things. We go. Okay. Oh, it's further. Well, you know, sometimes it's good to get outstretched legs. Rumor has it this Checkers the human had very big adventure recently of his own, but this is story for another time. Karzab Hall. Magic marker tells us to go. Oh, here is little creature flying in the air. Here is this Abnur Tharn. We talk.
You must be here about my summons. Good, good. I was just telling Lord Gareshri and Chimera that someone would answer my call. Since you're here, I presume you will wholeheartedly agree to help us save Elsweyr from a rage of dragons?
A rage of dragons?
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think?
Yes.
The Khajiit Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were fighting to liberate Rimmon when the huge beasts arrived.
Well, liberate Rimmon? Why would they need to do this?
Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate.
All right, tell this one more about these surges of power.
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons.
Do these surges of energy have something to do with the dragons?
Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp.
Who is this Sir Cadwell?
Never heard of Cadwell? Don't tell him that. Cadwell may be the oldest soul shriven in Cold Harbor.
Okay.
For all his eccentricities, he's certainly the most sane. Fancies himself a knight of old. If you find him, secure his help against the dragons.
Okay, and you mentioned Lord Gareshri and Chimera. Tell this one about them.
Lord Gareshri is the Speaker of the Main and the commander of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. His aide, Chimera, serves as both a diplomat and a spy, though she would never call herself that. If you want to know more, feel free to ask them.
You mentioned the Khajiit were trying to liberate Rimmon?
My half-sister, Euraxia, conquered Rimmon and other parts of northern Elsweyr about 6 years ago. The Khajiit Defense Force has slowly been taking back their province, but Rimmon is well fortified. And now, because of the dragons, things are worse.
What's the Khajiit Defense Force?
A militia drawn from the prides of northern Elsweyr. Gareshri, the Speaker of the Main, has taken command during this crisis. With Dominion troops busy fighting the Three Banners War, the Defense Force must deal with the Euraxians and the dragons.
And if you don't mind this one asking, who exactly are you?
What do they teach young people these days? You've never heard of the great Abnur Tharn, advisor to emperors and battle mage supreme? No? Well, take my word for it. I'm a very important personage. You should feel honored to meet me.
Oh, you must pardon this one. Not exactly from around here. Goodbye. Here is Lord Garashri.
You're responding to Abnur Tharn's letter. One of the promising adventurers. I hope you can help us. But where are my manners? Welcome to Riverhold and the province of Northern Elsweyr, also known as Anequina. I am the Speaker of the Main.
What is this Speaker of the Main?
A position in which I've served faithfully for many years. I represent our spiritual leader, the Main. In addition, I command the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force during this time of trouble. We're dealing with more than just dragons, unfortunately.
More than dragons?
A few years ago, Abnur Tharn's half-sister, Euraxia, conquered Rimen and parts of Northern Elsweyr.
Oh.
We recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for Rimen when the dragons appeared. It's almost as if they came to her aid.
What can this one do to help?
Do what Abnur Tharn asked. Just as he once served as advisor to emperors, he has agreed to help me formulate strategies and tactics for use against the dragons. It is the least he can do, since he had a hand in setting the horrid beasts loose.
Oh. Oh. Okay, will do. Who is this Chimera?
Another outsider comes to Elsweyr, as if we did not have enough problems between Abnur Tharn and the dragons. Ah, do not mind me. Great beasts rampaging through my homeland tends to put me in a foul mood.
They can do that. Who exactly are you?
I am Chimera. I assist the Speaker of the Main and serve as his agent. With both the usurper queen and the dragons ravaging Northern Elsweyr, there is much for me to do. Too much, I fear. But I will persevere.
Tell this one about the dragons.
What can I tell you that you cannot guess? That these fearsome creatures of legend have returned to threaten Elsweyr? That much is obvious. Damn it. This is all Abnur Tharn's fault. Dark Moons, take him!
What do you mean this is all Abnur Tharn's fault?
That arrogant Imperial! For an advisor to emperors and a renowned battle mage, he demonstrates a disturbing lack of caution. It was Abnur Tharn who entered the halls of Colossus and released the dragons. He says that was not his intention, but...
But you don't believe him.
What do my beliefs matter? Dragons have come to Elsweyr, destroying everything I hold dear. As the Moon Singers say, the path to oblivion is paved in good intentions. So, damn Abnur Tharn. Damn him for unleashing this terror upon us.
Okay then, well, goodbye. We'll peruse your bookshelves here. Very quickly. Very quickly. Okay. And peruse what we have here. A letter from Abnur Tharn. Oh, this is the same letter we had. Okay, what we have here. Cabinet. Has 2 pumpkins. Oh, good for cooking. And white meat. The other white meat. Lockpick, manganese, diagram, common post, sign holder. Oh, okay, sure. Never know when you need to make sign. Okay. What else we have here? Oh, look at such architecture. It's beautiful. What else? Oh, look here we have Varieties of Faith, the Khajiit. By Brother Mikhail Karkuksor of the Imperial College. As fits their heterodoxy of form, the Khajiit worship many gods, and few confine themselves to the Imperial Eight. The Eight, Alkosh, Dragon King of Khats, pre-Ridata dynasty, Anequinine deity, a variation of the Altmeri Oriel, and thus an Alkosh as culture hero for the earliest Khajiit. His worship was co-opted during the establishment of the Riddle Tar, and he still enjoys immense popularity in Elsweyr's wasteland regions. He is depicted as a fearsome dragon, a creature the Khajiit say is just a real big cat. He repelled an early Aldmeri pogrom of Pelinal Whitestrake during mythic times. Riddle Tar, Tumun's dance, the cosmic order deity of the Khajiit, the Riddle Tar was revealed to Elsweyr by the prophet Ridtari-Datta, the main. The Riddle Tar is more a set of guidelines by which to live than a single entity, but some of his avatars like to appear as humble messengers of the gods, also known as the Sugar God. Jon and Jod, Little Moon God and Big Moon God. Together, the moons represent duality, fate, and luck. In Khajiiti religion, Jon and Jod are aspects of the lunar lattice, or Jakajay. Mara, Mother Cat. Nearly universal goddess, originally a fertility goddess, the Khajiit associate her with Nir of the Anwad, the female principle of the cosmos. She is the lover of Alkosh. Shrendar, the Rant, god of mercy. Shrendar's sphere includes compassion, charity, and justice. In early Altmeri religion, Shrendar is the apologist of men. Kenarthi, god of winds. Kenarthi is the strongest of the sky spirits. In some legend, he is the first to agree to Lorkaj's plan to invent the mortal plane, and provides the space for its creation in the void. He is also associated with rain, a phenomenon said not to occur before the removal of Lorkaj's divine spark. Bandar, the bandit god. In most religions, Bandar is a marginal deity, a trickster spirit of thieves and beggars. In Elsweyr, he is more important and is regarded as the pariah. In this aspect, Bandar becomes the cleverness or desperate genius of the long-suffering Khajiit, whose last-minute plans always upset the machinations of their elven or human enemies. He has also lent his name to the Bandari peddlers, the traveling Khajiiti merchant tribe. Additional deities with significant Khajiiti cults. Magrus, Cat's Eye, sun god, Khajiiti version of Magnus, the god of the sun and sorcery, popular with Khajiiti magicians, though less so than Azura. Rajin, the footpad, thief and trickster god, the pouring liar, much beloved of Khajiiti storytellers. Rajin grew up in the Black Kiergo section of Senchal, the most famous burglar in Elsweyr's history. Rajin is said to have stolen a tattoo from the neck of Empress Kintira as she slept. Azura, goddess of dusk and dawn, patron of Khajiiti magicians, respected rather than feared for her sometime trickery. In myth, she is tied to the origins of Khajiiti out of Aldmeri stock. Shilgorath, Skumakat, the mad god. The king of insanity appeals to the darker side of the catmen who chafe at the strictures of sanity and responsibility. Hircine, hungry cat, god of hunting and skin-changing, revered for his fierceness and cunning. Sanguine, blood cat, god of death and secret murder. Sanguine's worship is hidden from Cat's Eye, for who can control the urges of blood? Namira, the great darkness, an enemy of the living to be placated rather than worshipped. Norkaj, moonbeast, pre-Ridata dynasty and Equinine deity, easily identified with the missing god Lorcan. This trickster, creator, tester deity is in every Tamrielic mythic tradition. He convinced or contrived the original spirits to bring about the creation of the mortal plane, upsetting the status quo, much like his father Padome had introduced instability into the universe in the beginning place. After the world is materialized, Lorkaj is separated from his divine center, sometimes involuntarily, and wanders the creation of the Et Ada. He and his metaphysical placement in the scheme of things is interpreted a variety of ways. In the legends, he is almost always an enemy of the Aldmer, and therefore a hero of early mankind. Many of this reminds this one of book we read, in Winterhold? In the pub there, in the little mage's shop, yes? Oh, so long ago. Oh, here is someone.
Greetings, Walker. Have
Mizzik
you a moment to speak?
Thunderboots.
A crowded
Oh,
market
very fine
place,
clothes.
A chance meeting. Unexpected, unannounced. And perhaps just the thing this one needs to solve a most curious investigation. Mizzik Thunderboots, at your service.
Greetings. You mentioned an investigation.
An abduction, to be precise. No ransom, no demands, no obvious suspects or motives. Just a heartbroken father and a missing young lady.
Oh,
But that is why Mizzik was hired, yes? He steps in when all other justice fails.
so you've been hired to find someone.
Correct. This one searches for Cynthia, daughter of Ishu. However, Mizzik's inquiries have led to nothing but dead ends. And with the young lady's safety on the line, the sooner this investigation is solved, the better.
This one will help you with your investigation.
A chance meeting turned fated partnership. Fortuitous for this one, yes? You should speak to Ishu first. See if he has any new information for us. His house is just south of the marketplace. Can't miss it.
Tell this one more about your client issue.
He is a humble Khajiit of moderate wealth. Seems to keep to himself. No enemies, no debts. No reason why he would be targeted. Yet just a few days ago, his daughter, Cynthia, was taken in the dead of night.
Oh, this is not good. And you mentioned there's been no ransom?
Most strange, no?
Yes.
If Mizzik did not know better, he would say that it was an intimidation tactic. Perhaps even an act of revenge against Ishu. But who would wish this cruelty against such a kind Khajiit?
And the town guards have been no help?
They outright dismissed Ishu's claim, believing that the young lady has merely run away. A most vexing call, truth be told. From all that Ishu has told this one, Cynthia is a most sweet Khajiit, not one to make her father worry.
Okay, we don't have time to ask about being investigator. We go. Where is this? Here we go. Okay. Whoa, this is interesting. Climb to house. Okay, can do. Oh, it's good house.
Are you here about this one, Cynthia? Has she been found?
This one is working with Mizzik to find your daughter. Any details you can share would be helpful.
Yes, of course. Cynthia was taken in the dead of night. This one has received no ransom, yet he fears the worst. She is a very beautiful Khajiit, you see. Ishu believes that the captors may mean to sell her.
Does she have any identifying features?
Cynthia has a long, glossy coat, soft as the richest of silks. Her eyes are bright yellow, like the honeyed moons. Ah, and she always wears a gold necklace.
And there's no one you suspect, or perhaps maybe someone who has seen what has happened?
No suspects, no, but someone who may have spotted something? There is a wood elf who tends to stay up well into the night, always singing and dancing, that one. If anyone saw something unusual the night Cynthia was taken, it might be her.
Alright, this one will try talking to the singing wood elf.
The wood elf's name is Mel? Yes, that's it. Mel the Musical, she always calls herself. You can usually find her toward the north end of town near the Sand Gardens. Ishu will pray for your swift success.
This one still has a few questions, if you don't mind.
To help find this one's darling Cynthia, Ishu will answer any question you ask.
Tell me more about Cynthia.
Cynthia is a willful child. A tad spoiled, this one admits. Ishu dotes on her. The town guard, they do not understand. They say, oh, perhaps she has wandered off, they say. Perhaps she is lost. Such foolishness. How can they be so uncaring?
Don't worry, Ishu. Mizzik and this one will not give up.
Thank you, thank you. May bright moons light your path. Ishu will prepare a feast for Cynthia's return, yes? Perhaps some fish. Ah, yes, fish is her favorite. This one can already hear her contented purrs.
Alright, this one goes. Okay, we must hurry. What we do? Search for Mel the Musical. Okay. No time for walking. We go. Search for Mel the Musical. Yes, this was the plan. Thank you, Magic Marker. Oh, here are sand
What
things.
do you know? A customer.
Okay, she taking bath in the fountain, but whatever. Hello.
Salutations. Mel the Musical at your service. Are you here for a performance?
Actually, this one is investigating the abduction of Ishu's daughter.
Ishu? The Khajiit with all the cats? That old coot is sweet as honey jagger, but a bit off if you ask me. Shame about his daughter, though. No one should have to go through that.
Do you know anything that might help the investigation?
If you're looking for trouble, Tajiri's your girl. I've seen her with all sorts of indecent folk lately. Always shifty eyes on those ones, I tell you. She tends to spend a lot of time behind the stables lately, if you catch my drift.
This one will head to the stables. Many thanks.
Very good then. And hey, if you're looking for some entertainment for your next soiree, make sure to seek me out. You won't regret it.
This one will try to remember. Goodbye. Okay, we go. We go. Behind the stables were where we came in, so... Thundering herd of cat, here we go. What is this? Tajiri's note. Seems our old badger friend is napping again. Maybe we should pay him a visit. The trip could prove sweeter than you'd think. Tea. Not sure what this could mean.
This way. Find anything of interest.
Oh, phasing through this one is not polite. Mizzik, found this note.
Oh, the stables, Developed a sudden interest in horsemanship, Walker?
No. Found this hidden note. Suspect the gambler Tajiri wrote it.
Oh, looks to be a code. A napping badger, eh? Sounds familiar. Ah, yes. The sleeping badger is a rock formation just south of Riverhold. But this bit about the sweet trip, that Mizzik doesn't understand.
Could definitely be worth investigating this rock formation, at the very least.
Mizzik will mark it on your map, Walker. Feel free to lead the way. And perhaps this is a good time to mention that this one is not so skilled in violent situations, should trouble find us. But that is where your expertise comes in handy, yes?
Oh yes, have much expertise in violent situations. Let's head to the Sleeping Badger rock formation. We go. Stealing the daughter. Oh. No time for roads. We go straight as arrow. Except maybe around the things that will try to bite or eat us. But, you know, have to always make little adjustments. What is this? Investigate power surge location. No. Cannot stop but want to. Cannot stop but want to. No. Must. Oh, butterflies. No. Butterflies. Go. We go. What on earth is this sound? Oh. Here are the bad ones, yes? Well, you have very bad time now. You see? Told you.
This one is fine.
Okay, cannot use this yet. What is... maybe we are in combat still. Okay, coffer. Gold necklace. Small necklace for a rather dainty throat.
That necklace
Okay.
must belong to Zintia.
What about this crate here? Bottle of skooma. This highly addictive narcotic is illegal in most of Tamriel.
Skooma. These vagrants must be smugglers. Come, let us speak away from this place.
Okay. Right through the bad guys maybe is not the best way to go. Perhaps you should learn more about violence. What is making this noise? Oh, heartbeat. Mizzik. Focus.
A missing daughter, a hidden note, and now a band of skooma smugglers. This investigation becomes messier with every step we take.
What would smugglers want with Ishu, though?
This one is unsure, though it is possible Ishu may be hiding something. Still, our priority should be to investigate the gambler who wrote that note. Tajiri was her name, yes? That does ring a bell or two.
Then where should we search?
If Tajiri is a gambler, it is likely we can find her at a local tavern. Mizzik will head there at once and see what he can dig up. Meet this one at the Banished Regrets Inn.
Okay, we go. We go. Here we go. Oh, so many new creatures. Dune Ripper. Well, those dunes aren't going to rip themselves. Back into town. Oh, here is big Khajiit. Okay. Banish regrets.
You and I need to speak. Now.
Okay, what we speak.
I must admit, you and Thunderboots make quite the charming pair. And watching you both play at being investigator, why, it's been sleek entertainment, truly. But now you tread upon sands that are best left undisturbed.
Is that a threat?
Take it as a friendly one. I hear that you seek Ishu's daughter, yes? I find that very funny. After all, everyone in Riverhold knows that she left town many years ago.
Years? Ishu said it was only a few days past.
Then Ishu has become senile in his old age. I speak truthfully. He had one daughter and she is gone. Has been gone for many years. Tell this to your partner. And drop your investigation. Now.
Do not promise to drop, but we'll tell Mizzik what you said. As you vaporize. Okay, you go. We go. We all go. Oh, this is Tajiri. Oh, these are bookshelves. Quickly we'll investigate. This is a very special kind of speed reading, yes? Here is Mizzik.
Bright moons look over us today, Walker. Tajiri has just settled down for a round of gambling. While Mizzik distracts her, you can sneak into her home and search for another clue. It's just a bit north of the tavern.
Okay. Before we do that, though, a stranger spoke to me. She said Ishu's daughter left town many years ago.
Forgive this one if he's skeptical. Even if this stranger spoke truly, why then would Ishu hire Mizzik? Why would Tajiri have written that note? Why would we find a gold necklace in the smuggler's camp?
This one is not sure. She also wants us to stop investigating, not that this will happen.
Then perhaps this stranger simply wishes to confuse us. Throw us off the scent.
It's possible.
Besides, we cannot stop now. Not when an innocent young lady may still be at risk. Let us investigate Tajiri before she retires for the night.
Alright, this one will head to Tajiri's home and search for clues. This one has little experience breaking into things. Just tiny bit. Not much, really. Okay. We go here someplace. Is this home? Tajiri's house. Maybe not the front door. Is this going to next door, maybe? Oh, you see? Little bit experience. We are in. Quietly. Oh, here is book. Tajiri's journal. Riverhold was supposed to be Tajiri's fresh start. No more drinking, no more gambling, and no more smuggling. A breath of fresh air after all the rot she left behind in Central. A chance to finally be free of it all. And then Mother moved in with her mother. Mother with her incessant whining, constant complaining, cutting insults. Is Tajiri really going to wear that today? Is Tajiri sure that she wants another sugar claw. So first a bit of drinking to help ease Tajiri's annoyance, and then a bit of gambling just to get out of the house, which of course led to quite a bit of debt, which led to even more drinking, even more gambling,
you can explain your trespassing to
even
them.
more debt, and now back to smuggling because Tajiri has debts to pay and house to keep. Lucky for this one that Redeza should show up in town just as Tajiri was getting desperate, or perhaps it has nothing to do with luck. Perhaps Redeza somehow knew. Just a few jobs, that's it. Help Redeza squeeze all the gold she
Be
can,
sure
let
to
the
tell
river hold,
guards you were
and then
trespassing when they haul you away.
then Tajiri won't have to worry about her debts anymore. Oh, we are not caught yet. Maybe he's warning someone else. Tajiri, blue serpents slither next to the woods. 4-pointed paint shows the goods. They do not
Be sure
glitter,
to tell
but mark the
guards you
way.
were trespassing when
They are
they haul you
prepared to
away.
leave town today. Okay, not sure what this person is talking about, but there may be things in the structure that need to be liberated. Would not be fair to leave them in such hostile environment.
When the guards arrive, you can explain your trespassing to them.
Okay, but we have picked up no bounty, so do not think this person was talking to us, or perhaps could not identify us enough to secure a bounty. Mizzik! Mizzik!
Over here. This one hopes you have found something of interest, Walker. Mizzik cannot afford to keep Tajiri distracted any longer. And he means that most literally.
This one found another note. This one has a poem on it.
Blue serpents? 4-pointed paint? If Mizzik had to guess, this poem describes drop-off locations for illicit goods. Smugglers often hide them in plain sight. First a sleeping badger, now a blue serpent. Must represent another landmark.
And perhaps this nearby river is the Blue Serpent.
That's it. The river is often busy with trade. A perfect place to smuggle goods. Let us search along the river and see if we find any barrels or crates with markings. Hopefully we'll find something that will lead us to Zinthia.
Alright, let's start searching along the river.
Mizzik will admit this case is heading in a rather unexpected direction, which is a bit worrisome if he's being honest.
Why would the smugglers target Ishu?
It is strange, isn't it? With an operation as intricate as this, it seems odd that these smugglers would target a Khajiit of such limited wealth.
Perhaps we should speak to Ishu again.
This one agrees, but let us first check these smuggler caches. The note said that the goods were leaving town today, yes? That could include Zinthia.
You're right, let's go. Oh, here is one. This way, okay. Not there, but what? Oh, here is one that's closer. Probably would not be hiding close to town, though.
Mizzik sees a painted mark ahead.
Yes, but what is this? Somerset wine. Well, technically legal sizable exportation taxes lead this wine to being often smuggled.
Somerset wine, eh? Not illegal, but incredibly taxed. Mizzik has a feeling this bottle didn't find its way to Riverhold through virtuous means.
Okay, we go. We go past here the shrine. There is something called Jode's Embrace. There is some kind board. There is a lead. Oh, here is bad guy.
Mizzik needs to stop
There was
doing
bad
that.
guy. Stop doing what? What did you do?
That painted mark seems curious,
Here is
no?
crate. What has? Silken scarf. Pretty silken scarf, such as one a young lady might wear.
A very pretty
Oh.
scarf for smugglers to wear, yes? What else
Perhaps
it will-
so.
That mark has 4 points, like the note says.
Oh, you're right. What is here? Rotten moon sugar, a dingy colored powder with rotten sickly smell.
This barrel smells sweet, but also rotten. What could it be? Dark moons. They're smuggling spoiled moon sugar. Very unsafe for anyone to eat. Speak to Ishu and see what he knows of these smugglers.
Okay,
Then let us meet back at the tavern. We have much to discuss.
okay, we go. Oh, sorry, board. Oh, it's a very nice place. Except for the stealing daughters. And rotten moon sugar. And dragons. And undead. Well, undead could be useful. Alright, we go here to issue sugar paws. Issue.
Yes, any news of this one, Cynthia?
We found this necklace and scarf near the smugglers' camps.
Smuggler camps? Dark moons? Yes, the necklace and scarf belong to Cynthia. Have the smugglers sold her? By Joan and Joe, please say it isn't so.
Is there any reason why these smugglers may have targeted your family?
No, of course not. Issue has only lived a good, honest life. Please, you must find this one's Khajiit. She is so young and innocent and probably terrified without her papa. Whatever will Issue do if his Cynthia is harmed?
Mizzik and this one will find Cynthia. We are getting close.
May bright moons watch over you.
Goodbye, Issue. What kind of statement was that? You can never have too many gods. Okay, maybe you can, but... here, Mizzik in the Banished Regrets. We go, we go! Bizahin.
Bizahin once studied with the moon singers of Ralka, but telling stories didn't suit him. This one is much too literal for such work as that.
Okay, goodbye, Bizahin. We go... where we go?
I warned you, Thunderboots.
Uh-oh.
And so the other thorn in my paw arrives. I told you, did I not? First time was a warning. Now it is a threat. You both leave town. No more investigations, no more sticking your snouts where they don't belong. Collect your things and leave.
Do not threaten me. Not before we find Issue's daughter.
That again? I told you Issue's daughter left Riverhold years ago. He's just a delusional old Khajiit caught up in a fantasy. And for this you tried to ruin my little operation? Of all the things.
So you're the leader of the smugglers.
Who I am does not matter. What I can do to you, on the other hand, should be of immediate concern. You either leave Riverhold on your own, or you leave in pieces. Your choice.
One of us, perhaps. Oh, Mizzik. This one is not happy.
So it appears that your strange friend is Rideza the Rogue. Good to know.
Rideza the Rogue?
Let us just say that her reputation precedes her. Well, threats to our life aside, it seems that we finally have a perpetrator. Now we just need to follow her.
And how do you plan on doing this?
We are investigators, are we not? You must search for a trail. With any luck, she'll lead you straight to Issue's daughter. Meanwhile, Mizzik will alert the proper authorities.
Alright, this one will look to see if he can find some kind of trail. What kind of trail? She will leave breadcrumbs.
Those were fresh sugar claws! I didn't even see who ran into me.
Uh-oh. Oh, so now there is trail.
There! Rideza must have stepped on the jelly from the sugar claws. You must follow her trail while this one alerts the guards.
Okay, this one goes. Where we go? Here? Here? Oh, cellar. Oh, no, this is wall. Still have not mastered phasing through solid walls. Working on it though. Search smuggler's lair. Okay, there are so many things here. Business must be good.
I warned you! Now the claws come out!
Kill the
these
bodyguards.
monsters.
Who? Okay. Well, maybe there is one left somewhere. What is this? Sandroch. Oh, well, no, there will be no sneaking. And no more chopping. Okay, 10 gold. We go. Reteza was up here. Oh, cannot be so tired when we get here.
Curse your meddling!
Rid of the roll. Caught at last.
Did you find my daughter? Where is she?
Here! Your daughter is right here, you old fool!
Oh,
Reteza! You're the one
Cynthia.
who stole Cynthia?
Here is little Cynthia.
This one's poor Khajiit.
Ha! Feeling a little jealous? To go so far as to steal your father's pet.
Oh, Redeza is daughter. Guard Captain Kahiri.
You know, I wasn't too sure about Thunderboots when he first came to town. Thought he would just cause more trouble than he solved. But thanks to the both of you, we can finally put Redeza the Rogue behind bars.
Has Redeza been troubling Riverhold for long?
No, not too long. But it never takes much time for these kind of operations to wreak havoc on towns like Riverhold. I'm just glad we could nip it in the bud. Redeza herself, however, has been troubling Elsweyr for years now.
We found moldy moon sugar earlier, yes? Mizzik seemed particularly panicked.
Moldy moon sugar by itself will do little more than make a Khajiit ill. The trouble is when that same moon sugar is distilled into tainted skooma. It's an unfortunately common practice, given that moldy moon sugar is so cheap.
So the smugglers were going to make skooma out of the moldy moon sugar.
Most likely. It's a vile thing to sell, though. Tainted skooma causes some of the most horrific reactions I've ever seen. Days of vivid nightmares and awful pain, often followed by an agonizing death. A truly horrible way to go.
Goodbye, Captain. Redeza.
You think that Redeza the Rogue is finished? It's only a matter of time before I'm back on the streets. And when that happens, you best watch your back.
Why did you abduct Cynthia?
When I came back to Riverhold, I went to see my fool of a father. It's been years since Mother and I left, and I was feeling sentimental, I suppose. Stupidly sentimental. He didn't even recognize me.
So you were jealous of Cynthia?
Of the cat? No, I just wanted to make him suffer. He's always been obsessed with his damn pets. That's why Mother left him, you know. He's so caught up in his little family that he didn't have time for us. For me.
That sounds pretty jealous.
Maybe you're right. Just another delinquent with papa problems. Isn't that just the way?
Goodbye, Redeza. Mizzik.
Well, it seems that our investigation has come to a successful close. Though not quite in a way that Mizzik was expecting.
So Redeza was Ishu's daughter, and she stole his cat?
In hindsight, it makes sense. When you were told that Ishu's daughter left town years ago, Redeza must have been speaking of herself. Still, to have been chasing Ishu's pet this whole time.
Well, we also stopped the smuggling operation of the moldy skooma.
This is true. Because of our dedication, Riverhold no longer has to deal with these vile smugglers. And let us hope it stays that way, yes? Mizzik just needs to collect our reward. Why don't we meet at the Banished Regrets?
All right, this one will see you there.
Drinks are on Mizzik. Just as soon as he is paid, of course.
Of course. Okay, where are we? Here. Somewhere. We are definitely somewhere. Back this way. we go. Oh, next board, Fell Runner. Of course. Bard, whatever you say. Whoa. Mizzik.
A family reunited, a smuggling ring destroyed, and the gratitude of all of Riverhold. Not a bad start to a partnership, yes? Mizzik was even able to secure a hefty bonus, thanks to the generosity of Captain Kahiri.
A bonus you're willing to share?
Of course, of course. Your share as promised. After all, Mizzik would never have been able to solve this investigation without your aid. Pleasure working with you, Walker. Do not be a stranger, yes?
Yes, you either, Mizzik. Goodbye.
A safe town, a happy client, and an investigation expertly solved. And a five-claw partnership, if Mizzik does say so himself. What more could this one ask for?
What's next for you, Thunderboots?
After such a successful investigation, Mizzik is hopeful that more clients will come forth. We live in turbulent times, Walker. Dragons, tyrants, necromancy. There is no end to Elsweyr's suffering as of late, and yet so much is overlooked.
What do you mean?
Those in power have priorities, and the petty problems of the common folk, they tend to be on the very bottom of this list. That is why we must look after each other. If Mizzik does not offer his help, who will?
Still, that is your job, yes?
Of course. But first and foremost, it is Mizzik's passion. That is why this one takes the name Thunderboots. If he cannot work in the name of justice, then he will not work at all. This, he swears.
Okay, well, you take care now, Mizzik. Oh, look at that. We are now glowy and shiny. Okay, we will go from this place. Okay, so we'll probably call halt to journey here and see where we go from here. Not sure if there is interest in continuation or no. Let this one know in the comments if you would like to see more of the adventures of Checkers the Khajiit in Elsweyr and other points Tamriel. For the moment, this one would like to say thank you very much for joining us on the journey. Would like to hope that you enjoyed our expedition and maybe even found a little bit entertaining. Would like to invite you to subscribe to the Checkers the Human, and thank you kindly if you are already subscribed. Would also like to invite you to like and share if you so desire. Most of all though, this one would like to ask you to please take care.